Ah, there we go. You know, these things always work better when the mic's properly set up and the programming software is set to listen to the sound mixer and not the stereo mixer. That's a pro tip for you guys out there who are looking to record your own stuff. How's it going? It's Rye here. And I guess this one is kind of a combination thoughts on gaming, combination mind rambling, and I don't know, 2/5, 2/3. I can't do math. It's also a thank you video thing as well. Anyway, no, this is an interesting... What am I even trying to say here? It's an interesting point with the channel for me because I can remember, even less than a year ago, when I had, I think, maybe 2 or 3 subscribers. My good buddy Andrew, who's been here from the beginning, and God help him, he'll probably be here till the very end, whenever the heck that is. And a few others as well. And now I'm at a point, as of this recording, where there's 11 of you wonderful people and almost 160 videos. Actually, I think this might be the 160th. Closing the gap on 200, which is a goal for me. As with many things, I compare it to like physical exercise, but it's kind of like weights, you know, it's an accomplishment. It's like, oh, hey, you know, I just went from 25 to 30 pounds. Now it's like, hey, went from 150 videos to 200. Let's aim for the next 50. At least that's how I think about it. Not so much in terms of views, more in terms of, how much content can I produce? How many things can I make and create? And the idea kind of being, well, we'll get to that in a second, because what I wanted to talk about in conjunction with that was the idea of putting stuff up on YouTube, which I really, now that I've been doing it for a while, and it's a great hobby, a lot of fun, I think everyone should give it a try. Not necessarily that everyone should do it consistently, because you may find out that it's not something that you enjoy, that you would much rather prefer to watch than to create, which is fair, because I mean, I really enjoy watching a hockey game, but I'm terrible on skates, so I'm not going to play hockey. There's a lot of sports like that, things that you can relate to where it's like, yeah, I really enjoy watching it. Mixed martial arts, I enjoy watching that. I'm never going to get into the octagon because that is just not an interest of mine. I can appreciate it, and I certainly admire the talent that it takes and the physical training and the discipline. All the aspects of it are just incredible. But I'm getting off topic here. You know what I mean. It's something that you can enjoy. Doesn't necessarily mean you actually have to personally participate. But I think it's worth trying. It is worth dipping your toe into, just because you may find something that you get out of it that is almost not indescribable, but you'll learn something about yourself. And at least that's what I found with this, is that I enjoy doing this. I enjoy the editing process. I enjoy the recording process. I enjoy trying to find games to play that are new and interesting to me, and at the same time, ones that I think might be interesting to other people. And, you know, there are limitations you run into. There could be time constraints, component constraints, I guess might be the right way to put it, like in terms of what your computer can handle, the software you're working with, your microphone, your editing software, and finances as well, because, I mean, games are not getting cheaper, at least AAA titles, console titles, those kinds of things. They're not getting cheaper, but that's a blessing in disguise too, because it's forced me, because I'm not, diving into a Scrooge McDuckian vault of gold coins. It's forced me to look at games that are more affordable, and consequently has made me drift towards more, I guess indie titles would be the right word, and free games, and trying out games that, you know what, under other circumstances, I may not have played. I mean, I might have, but they might have been overlooked in favor of something else, something a little bit more mainstream. But when I've set up this routine for myself, where I make a commitment to put out a video, a Let's Play, each day, Monday to Friday, for 5 days a week, there's a discipline there to ensure that that happens no matter what. And so you've got to make sure you've got something to produce and put forward. And I mean, I've got quite a few games in my library, but again, it's finite. And eventually, I'm going to have to look for something new. Can't keep going back to the well all the time or it's going to run dry, as they say. And because of that, I've had to play games that, like I said, I might not have played normally. And it's been great. I mean, with games as delightful and weird as Pink Hour, or as introspective as Neil Umbra has been so far. Can't wait to see how that one ends too. But nonetheless, it's been an interesting journey and an interesting hobby. Put a lot of skills to the test in terms of editing, learning new software, as well as improvisation. And I think I've talked about this before, where Let's Play is something that really forces you to think on your feet. I think I'd even go so far as to say that if you're somebody who perhaps is more introverted and might have trouble in conversation or starting conversations, or of course carrying on conversations, I think doing Let's Plays might actually be a really good thing to do, at the very least to try. Because one of the challenges when you're doing a Let's Play is you have to keep it, or you want to keep it interesting, ideally. Because, beyond the game that you're playing, how you're reacting to it and how it's affecting you and your thoughts and your feelings at the time, you want to express those because that's another element that people are going to be interested in. And that requires you to think on your feet. I mean, as funny as it is to make a jump and go, huh, which, I can't help but do a lot of times, you've also got to carry on a conversation with yourself. Yeah, it's probably the best way to put it. You're carrying on a conversation with yourself. You're talking to somebody who can't react back to you in the moment. And for that reason, you have to think on your feet and improvise a lot of times because there's no one to rebound off of or respond to what you're doing. And I can see that being a really good transferable skill. Because in conversations with people, it's exactly what you're doing. You're reacting to what's going on in front of you. Now, obviously, the difference there is this isn't some pre-programmed software that has a finite number of ways it can respond to what you're doing. This is a very fluid and, an organic, dynamic thing that is incredibly unpredictable, highly irrational, and may react in a way that makes zero sense. And being able to think on your feet and respond to that with immediacy and accuracy and hopefully intelligently, depending on the situation, I think that's something that really lends itself well, both in terms of you being able to, if your goal is to make a good Let's Play, do that, and then take that kind of skill that you're sharpening and honing and bring that into a real-world application and use it in everyday occurrences with random people you might meet at the coffee shop or the grocery store if you choose to strike up conversations then with the cashier, or just with friends because, maybe you are that quiet person. Maybe you don't like to really get into the conversation because you're afraid you'll say something dumb. But that's certainly not me. But look at any one of my videos. I say stupid stuff all the time. Sometimes intentionally, oftentimes not. I really wish I could say some of that was intentional, but no, sometimes you just can't predict what's going to come out of the old brain pan. But I think it's a really good reason to try it, or at the very least to try YouTube. Good platform to experiment with a lot of things. Like I said, learn stuff about yourself. And certainly if you commit to the discipline of putting something out consistently, not saying you have to put out a video every single day, or even multiple videos every single day, because that's a huge endeavor as well. And how much quality you want to put into what you're making. Do you want to have custom thumbnails for every single video? If not, are you willing to at least just put the video up as it is, like me, while you're learning to make custom thumbnails that you feel would be worthwhile? Because that is one of the things that I have right now where, with the exception of the Left 4 Dead 2 videos, which I had someone make a thumbnail for, all my stuff is just straight up there because I'm still learning how to do that. And I don't feel that I've got it down to a point yet where, one, I can do it in a timely fashion and at the same time to a level that is something I would be happy with right now. It still looks, almost knocked over my coffee there. Still looks kind of like a kid playing around in MS Paint, which I'll end this video off by saying that Stardew Valley is one that I'm going to be doing soon, and I might have mentioned this before, but I'm going to have someone making a piece of custom artwork for the thumbnail for that one, because I want to make Stardew Valley something special, and the thumbnail, hopefully, now what am I saying hopefully? Who I've got in mind to do the thumbnail is a damn amazing artist, and I can't wait to show her stuff off. It's going to be special because she is super damn talented, and I don't have her YouTube channel in front of me right now, but goddamn, I'm going to get it from her, and then as soon as Stardew goes up, it's going to be in the link description every single video, and that's going to be one that's going on for a while because I don't see myself getting bored of a Harvest Moon-like game that also includes dungeoneering. It's kind of a neat little marriage, at least in my mind. At least what I'm hearing, it's like Harvest Moon with some very light dungeon crawling elements. Perhaps a la Diablo? Hopefully not that dark, because if it's going to go Tristram on a Harvest Moon town, that's a marriage I think I can do without. I think I came in here with the point of mainly focusing on YouTube, but it got a little bit derailed. In any case, all this to say that I'm really, really happy that, you know what, 11 subscribers doesn't sound like a lot, but to me it's huge because getting 3 was more than I thought I would get. Getting 5 was pretty incredible because that was 2 people I didn't know personally who are now watching stuff that I was putting out. Now we're at 11, and within the last couple weeks, there's been I'd say the bulk of new subscribers and people commenting on videos, which is something that I'm not used to. Again, apart from Andrew. If you're listening to this, buddy, keep doing that. I love shooting back and forth with you because I never know what you're going to say. But having people I don't know comment on a video and responding that they like it is something that is so interesting to me because it's like, wow, okay, there are people out there who are actually enjoying this. That's great. I really thought this was something only my friends would ever really watch and say like, hey, that was kind of funny. But knowing that there are people out there that I may never meet who enjoy something that I made is a really nice feeling. And who knows, hopefully inspires them to do the same and either, do their own Let's Play or something altogether. I guess that's kind of the wonderful side of YouTube. Anyway, my thoughts shared there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. As always, if you'd like to share some thoughts and ideas of your own, do so in the comments below. And until next time, my name's Rye. You guys take care of yourselves.